Good evening, everybody. So we are finally ready here in Paris after the sensible decision was taken to delay the kick-off. It's changed the dynamic and the preparation, and it does add another layer to what is a fascinating game. So here they come. It's a walk that few players get to make. It's a game the very best in the world get to play in. And as they walk out here and they prepare to walk past the famous old trophy, we wonder which group of players will get to hold it as Champions League winners later on tonight. The teams have played in 25 finals with 22 wins between them, and this evening they meet each other for the third time in a European Cup or Champions League final. The biggest club game in the world is between two giants of European football. It's Liverpool versus Real Madrid in Paris. Thirteen wins for Real Madrid, 6 for Liverpool. Historic and iconic clubs head-to-head tonight. Fantasy football becomes reality here in the Stade de France. So for Liverpool, Thiago, Fabinho and Van Dijk are all fit to start. Thiago's Achilles tendon was the biggest concern, and it might well have flared up again during the warm-up, but he's out there. Jurgen Klopp's been confident that all are going to be okay this week, and the confidence up to now has been backed up. Elsewhere, Ibrahima Konate starts ahead of Joel Matip in defence, and Luis Diaz completes the front three with Salah and Mane. It's a team with plenty of Champions League final experience. 9 of the 11 have won it before. The referee is a Frenchman from Lyon tonight, Clement Turpin, who refereed the Europa League final last season. The last 3 times that Real Madrid have been here, Sergio Ramos has been the captain, but Karim Benzema is the skipper this evening. It's the 3rd final as a captain for Liverpool's Jordan Henderson. The Real Madrid team tonight is the one we expected. David Alaba's fit to play his first game since the first leg of the semi-final at the Etihad. He's alongside Eder Militao in central defence, and Fede Valverde starts on the right. His industry preferred to Rodrigo's explosiveness. The Real bench is rich and talented. It includes Bale, Hazard and Isco. Carvajal, Modric and Benzema are starting their 5th Champions League final. Well, conditions are perfect here in Paris. It's a game that turns players into heroes and villains. Great goals and big moments decide games like this one. And the contrast between Gareth Bale and Loris Karius 4 years ago in Kiev emphasises that. Last year it was Kai Havertz who made all of the headlines, and we wonder who's going to shine the brightest in Paris tonight. Liverpool's qualification was ruthless and relatively straightforward. Real Madrid's a roller coaster of drama and emotion, and now it all comes down to this. So we're underway. It's the 67th final in all, the 30th in the Champions League era, and the Stade de France, the venue for the 3rd time. The first final played in Paris for 16 years. And I'm pleased to report that kick-off, the Liverpool end, which showed a lot of empty seats, is just about full. So we're hoping that everybody's inside, everybody's safe, and we can concentrate, Steve McManaman, on what should be a fantastic Champions League final.
Yeah, let's hope it's a fantastic Champions League. I know there was some really bad scenes outside, kids getting tear-gassed, families getting tear-gassed, so it's awful scenes, but we can concentrate on the football now. Hope everybody's well, and hope it's going to be a great spectacle played out in front of us.
Here is Thiago, and we'll monitor him closely in the early stages. It seemed to go from one thing to another. First he was in conversation with Jurgen Klopp, and then the Liverpool manager was speaking to Naby Keita. He's a key man, Glenn, in this Liverpool team, and he's out there from the start, Thiago.
Yes, yeah, we saw him having a test before the game, and it wasn't that stringent. But in the end, you've got to go with the player. The player's got to be honest. The physios have got to have their options and their opinions. But you trust the player here, and he's starting the game. He's a vital clog, isn't he, for Liverpool, the way he makes that midfield tick.
Well, there's a load of experience in the final in both teams tonight. Liverpool were here 3 years ago, and a decent proportion of the Real team were part of the 3-in-a-row run under Zinedine Zidane, who's a spectator inside the stadium tonight. Liverpool haven't lost since the last 16 second leg against Inter in March, an unbeaten run of 18 matches, and Real Madrid have lost 4 times during the same period, but bring a tremendous amount of confidence into the final based on how they got here. And Liverpool with the first opportunity then from the free kick, and they've got the 2 men over it that always take them. Andy Robertson with the left foot, but it is going to be Alexander-Arnold with the right, and it's away by Benzema, the Real Madrid captain.
That was really interesting, the setup there from Real Madrid. They went right back on the penalty spot, deep. They didn't want that corridor in behind them when they line up on the 18-yard box. For either full-back for Liverpool, they've seen on their videos that they can put those crosses in superbly from set plays. That's interesting that they've changed. They don't do that against normal opposition.
Eder Militao has David Alaba back alongside him tonight. There's a bit of pressure on Thibaut Courtois from Jordan Henderson. How significant is Alaba's involvement for Real Madrid, Steve?
Well, yeah, I think so. As much as Nacho came in and did a wonderful job against Manchester City, Alaba's got that bit of experience, a bit of class. He can play in a number of positions, so it's great to have him back. No excuses tonight. Both teams are fully fit, aren't they? Lovely ball by Trent Alexander-Arnold there.
Searching out Sadio Mane, and Eder Militao across defensively for the champions of Spain, Real Madrid. Here's Casemiro and now Valverde, and then Benzema challenged by Virgil van Dijk. That's going to be fascinating, those two tonight. Van Dijk, who's been imperious, and Benzema, who's bagged himself 44 goals during what's been an outstanding individual campaign. There's Vinicius Junior. Liverpool made sure there, Glenn, they've got plenty of bodies around him, Jordan Henderson and Mo Salah. Yeah,
Mo Salah tracked back, and also there Henderson's job straight away. You could see he was alert to it and made that cover on the inside, and Alexander-Arnold didn't even come face to face with Vinicius.
It's Fabinho, and then Henderson. It's the 9th game between them tonight. The 3rd of the European Cup or Champions League final. Real Madrid has the slight edge in head-to-heads. They're 1 apiece in finals. Real Madrid winning the most recent one, and Liverpool winning back in 1981. A final that was played in Paris. Militao, for Valverde, and Robertson. It's going to be fascinating between those two, Steve, because they've got so much energy between them, Valverde and Robertson.
Yeah, different kind of battle, isn't it, between Valverde and Robertson to the one on the other side. Freddy Valverde's a runner, great energy, but he won't drop his shoulder and take you on like Vinicius Junior will do on the other side. So Robertson has to be careful, because he's an honest boy, Freddy Valverde.
Ferland Mendy is the Real Madrid left-back, supported here by Toni Kroos. Dani Carvajal, and now Eder Militao. First opportunity inside the Liverpool box here maybe for Vinicius. The boos for Benzema. Liverpool's clearance made by Robertson.
There was a break on there, wasn't there? Militao got himself forward, lost the ball, and Carvajal had gone ahead of the ball as well. Just needed Robertson to lift the ball, and Diaz was away.
Ibrahima Konate is on the right side of the central defensive pair for Liverpool tonight, giving the verdict over Joel Matip, who's on the bench. Here's Robertson. Luis Diaz. And now Fabinho. Sadio Mane. No foul there by Casemiro, who's in the Madrid midfield to do exactly that, break things up and win the ball back, and now Valverde on the move. Manages to dig out the cross, but Fabinho, such an important player for Liverpool in central midfield in situations like that, was able to clear it. One slight concern is that Sadio Mane had just taken a little bit of time to get himself going at the other end, and he's not moving at all well, the Liverpool number 10. Defending done over there for Real Madrid by Mendy.
Yes, Fletch, he took a real heavy whack, didn't he, on his thigh there, and he's rubbing it. He's not happy with it. See if it settles down.
It's the kind of ball they'll try and play towards Vinicius Junior over there, who's full of pace. Alisson did well for Liverpool. Here's Henderson. Fabinho. There's Diaz. It's on the left-hand side. Sadio Mane's got the more central role. And Danny Carvajal can see that back and out of play.
He had to go earlier, didn't he? Diaz made a really good run, actually. Mane had 2 touches too many. This is the little flick from Benzema.
Jurgen Klopp, who has now managed as many games for Liverpool as Sir Kenny Dalglish, and tonight he's trying to win his 7th trophy as the Liverpool manager. Fabinho onto Trent Alexander-Arnold. Salah supported here by Henderson. Midfield area is going to be fascinating, Glenn, isn't it? There's so many experienced players in there.
And talented players as well, Fletch. You know, I think Liverpool will have the possession, but I think you cannot sleep on Modric. Gross, experienced players. The thing is with the Real Madrid 3 in that central 3 midfield players, none of them are going to run past you. None of them are going to break behind the Liverpool defence. So they're always going to play in front of your field.
Mo Salah for Liverpool. On it goes towards Sadio Mane. And the flag up from the assistant to signal the ball had gone out of play for a goal kick to Real Madrid. And what you would say tonight, conditions inside the stadium absolutely perfect. First time tonight the same 2 teams have played against each other in 3 separate finals in this competition, so they are making a bit of history of sorts in Paris this evening. Thiago.
There's a great run as well from Diaz, and you expect Thiago to put that on a plate. That's what he's been doing in the last couple of months for Liverpool, and well, I don't think he's worrying about his injury, but normally that would be right in behind that Real Madrid defence, and Liverpool on the attack. Diaz is making some great runs behind Carvajal.
There's Henderson. If he wins the trophy tonight, Jordan Henderson, he'll join Emlyn Hughes as a man who's lifted the trophy twice as the Liverpool captain. There's a lot of things to do between now and then. Carlo Ancelotti's already made history this season by completing the set of titles in the top 5 European leagues, and this is his 5th final as a manager, which is a new record in the competition. Throw-in given to Liverpool. Dani Carvajal just unable to keep the ball in play. Thiago finding Salah. Good challenge from Alaba, and then the header by Carvajal. Diaz in towards Sadio Mane, but Real Madrid have got 2 there, Dani Carvajal and Casemiro. And the last touch, according to the French referee, was a Liverpool touch.
Yeah, Luis Diaz saying it bounced off Dani Carvajal's foot, but referee's given it.
Canate beating Vinicius. Here's Henderson. Bit of space for Salah.
There's no doubt about it. Liverpool have settled into their rhythm. They've got control of the ball. Just gotta play that little ball in behind at some stage of this Real Madrid defence, but they'll be happy with the way they've started this game.
Forward by Dani Carvajal on towards Casemiro and then towards Benzema. Liverpool, as Glenn says, controlling the early tempo here. Here's Diaz. Thiago. Luis Diaz. Robertson with a chance to cross, which took a deflection on the way through. It's just changed the mind of Courtois. And then Mendy was nice and composed in giving the ball back to his goalkeeper.
Yeah, he made a good run, Sadio Mane. You see he gets in front of Eder Militao, but that little deflection just takes it over the heads of the pair of them. Nice and cool by Ferland Mendy.
Carvajal giving the ball away. He's had a bit of a mixed bag in Champions League finals, the Real Madrid right back, in terms of winning them, but he's also suffered a couple of injuries in finals as well. This is the man they want on the ball if they can possibly get it tonight, Vinicius Junior, and that's really good defending over there by Canate, who quickly got across to help out Trent Alexander-Arnold, and he's done brilliantly over there.
Wonderful defending. Defends with the front foot, goes with his left foot, takes the ball off him. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And then he's aggressive here. There's only one winner here. Gets his body nice and patient, doesn't make the foul. Look at that. Only one winner there. Just shrugs him off, comes out with the ball.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why he's in the team, isn't it? To help over there. Luis Diaz lost the ball, and Trent was already on the way. So Vinicius Junior did have a little bit of space in front of him, but Canate was across quickly, wasn't he?
He never lost as a Liverpool player. First season at the club, and he's been something of a lucky charm, and he's fully deserving of his place in the starting lineup in this game tonight. Jordan Henderson. Alexander-Arnold had to stretch, carrying Benzema, the only Real Madrid player high up the pitch.
You can see Real Madrid, though, they're not taking any chances, are they, early on? They're defensively in in a 4 and Fede Valverde gets back, nearly makes it a 5. The midfield are back. So we certainly just want to stay into this game for the first 15-20 minutes.
Henderson deep down the right, supported by Alexander-Arnold, who manages to wriggle away and get the cross in, and Salah with the first attempt tonight. Thibaut Courtois down quickly to save for Real Madrid. Here's Henderson, Salah. Casemiro couldn't get there, but Modric could. Liverpool, though, keep the ball. It's with Luis Diaz, and the block made by Dani Carvajal. Robertson. Thiago looks to place it, and placed it straight into the gloves of Courtois. The first little flurry, though, tonight from Liverpool.
Yeah, that was simple enough. It was saved before from Salah, and he has to get down low to his left. Whether it was going to sneak in here, I don't know whether it's the right angle to see, but he had to get down nice and quick, the big man. Yeah, it would have went in, wouldn't it? Good stop.
A vital early save from Thibaut Courtois, who's the only Real Madrid player to play in every Champions League match for them this season. And his form's been excellent both in La Liga and the Champions League as well. And he proved his worth to the team with that early save from Salah.
He's had a really good season, Thibaut Courtois. Won a couple of personal awards.
Diaz to take on Carvajal. Thiago. Robertson. And he goes towards Mane. He can play it on to Salah, who hits it straight at Courtois, but it's nice again from Liverpool.
Very good from Liverpool. They got that little bit of injection of pace with the ball and runners off the ball, and just looked threatening in around that 18-yard box. Real Madrid, yes, they don't want to concede, but they've got to have some possession. It's a red tide that keeps coming at them.
The point you'd make, though, Steve, about this Real Madrid team is they've got a remarkable ability to stay in games like this, and we've seen it all the way through their qualification campaign.
Yeah, as the boys were saying, Liverpool need to have this tempo, they need to score again, and they effectively need to blow them away, don't they? Because you can't give them an opportunity to stay in the game like this.
Off goes Valverde with an early ball in towards Vinicius. Alexander-Arnold there to tidy things up. They got Benzema forward as well. And now that just allows a bit of space for Robertson to bring Liverpool the other way. Sadio Mane. Fabinho. Thiago onto Robertson. Here's Diaz. Thiago finds his captain, who lifts it on here towards Mane. Mo Salah. And Trent Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool nice and patient. Salah. Alexander-Arnold. Well, with his ability to strike the football like he does, you could be forgiven for expecting him to hit the target from there.
Yeah, it's a difficult one, but you're right. If it's ever going to fall to someone, it's a player like Trent, isn't it, who can get over this. The shot from Salah previously, right at Courtois again. But Liverpool just building the pressure now.
Sharp little 1-2s, isn't it, that's catching Real Madrid out. The little 1-2s are not going with runners, and they're just standing across that 18-yard box. You just get a feeling that you feel in this next 5 minutes Liverpool need to score and stay concentrated.
Well, one thing that's worth keeping an eye on tonight as well is the playing surface. They only finished laying a brand new pitch on Thursday. They started on Tuesday due to the fact that they weren't supposed to be having the Champions League final this season. It's meant that they've laid the pitch very, very late for a match like this, Glenn, which I suppose could be a concern. Jurgen Klopp certainly spoke about it in the build-up and said that it wasn't ideal when they trained on it yesterday. Yeah,
it looks okay. From here it looks all right, and at the moment it's not cutting up. We've got a nice evening. It's not like it's raining hard. I think new pitches will suffer if there's a lot of rain down on it, but it looks good from here. There's no one slipping.
There's Thiago, who's moving perfectly fine out there, despite the concerns about him in the warm-up. It's a nice ball through to Sadio Mane. Makes some space and hits the shot, hits the post, and Courtois gets there. Super save onto the post from Courtois.
I think he saved it, Fletch. I think you're right. Cuts inside, great feet from him. smashes it low. I think he gets a fingertip onto the post, and then he's up quick. This will be a better angle. Oh yeah, it's a great save.
He gets a good hand on it,
save,
doesn't he?
Yes, he
good
does.
hand on it.
All the pressure coming from Liverpool. That's a fine save by Thibaut Courtois in this final. Alisson's come a mile there, and it was Konate winning the header with his goalkeeper stood behind him. Alexander-Arnold into Sadio Mane. Desperate times early on here defensively for Real. Casemiro does what he always does, finds a way to get fouled, just to break up the play and just to take the sting out of what was coming Real Madrid's way.
Florentino, King of Spain, Felipe. Famous people everywhere in this game, isn't there? So Rafa's here for the Rafa Nadal from Roland Garros, which is only around the corner as well. There's a lot going on in Paris.
Zinedine Zidane, Clarence Seedorf, Ronaldinho, hottest ticket in town. Liverpool's mentality monsters against Real Madrid's comeback kings. And it's Liverpool, Glenn, who have made the better start by quite a margin here. Thibaut Courtois is the man that's prevented them from scoring.
Yeah, it's an ideal start for Liverpool, but Courtois is going to... It looks like he's going to have one of them nights. They've got to remain patient, Liverpool, but stay concentrated, because on the break, this Real Madrid side is so dangerous.
Great position here for Diaz. Really good play though by Casemiro. Here's Toni Kroos, Dani Carvajal, and now back to Kroos, the German international, challenged quickly by Mane. They're a yard quicker, Liverpool, Steve.
Yeah, we expected that. So it's can Real Madrid stay in the game? Thibaut Courtois making sure of that at the moment. But we always thought Liverpool would be sharper and quicker and make more chances. It's whether they can score and then score again. The phrase blowing them away, that's what's been mentioned numerous times, hasn't he?
Liverpool have had 6 attempts on target in the opening 22.5 minutes. 4 of them have tested Thibaut Courtois in some way, shape or form. And they've had the lion's share of possession as well. It's been really difficult for the Spanish champions to get past the halfway line and put any pressure on Liverpool up to now. Here's Mendy. Kroos.
Liverpool have been good at that, making Madrid go backwards and eventually making them kick the ball.
Robertson getting the better of Carvajal, and then Fabinho onto Alexander-Arnold. Here's Robertson, and now Thiago. Then it goes to Salah. David Alaba denying the ball through to Sadio Mane. Valverde picks up the pieces, fortunate to find Casemiro. Kroos now onto Benzema. Vinicius Junior. Dani Carvajal's the furthest forward down this side because Valverde's got into the centre. Modric thought about playing the ball through to Benzema, but instead goes to Carvajal.
I think that's what Real Madrid need to do. Modric hasn't had the ball. They need to get him on the ball. He'll look forward. No one, they're looking square and backwards first. But he's been nullified by Liverpool's midfield at the moment.
Here's Mendy. Liverpool doubling up at least on Vinicius on that side. That's not a bad ball in there, which is taken by Alisson. First time they've tried to pick Benzema out in the middle.
He makes a good run, actually, Benzema. Very clever. You see, there's about 3 or 4 yards between him and Virgil van Dijk, but it was just faded into Alisson.
That's the sort of run that if Modric is on the ball, he'll pick him out.
Here's Andy Robertson. Thiago Alcantara, Virgil van Dijk. Fabinho into Mane. Diaz. It's good defended by Carvajal. It's a Real Madrid ball. Both teams in the first half defending the end where their supporters are, and that drew a big cheer from the supporters in white behind Thibaut Courtois' goal. I think if you're Carlo Ancelotti though, Glenn, you've got towards 26 minutes and you haven't conceded a goal, and Liverpool have been having opportunities.
Yeah, he'll be happy. That's the way they've set out to play. They're going to hit Liverpool on the break.
Jordan Henderson looking to lift one in. Ferland Mendy was there for Madrid, then Canate for Liverpool. Toni Kroos. Modric flicks one out impudently to Mendy, the left back. Carvajal's found a bit of space down this side, and Modric tries to find him. That's good defending initially by Robertson. Luka Modric. Toni Kroos back towards Dani Carvajal, but Robertson had got things under control on that side for Liverpool. Alexander-Arnold onto Salah. One back for Real Madrid by Vinicius Junior. Here's Casemiro. Well, Vinicius Junior's made the run. Casemiro tried to get it down that side, but Liverpool able to win it back again. And now they've got it with Thiago and Henderson, and then Fabinho. Fabinho may as well have a crack. He's been in good goal-scoring form this season, the Brazilian, who had a loan spell at Real Madrid at the start of his career, didn't play much for them. He was one of the players in the last couple of weeks of the season who was a concern for Jurgen Klopp. It was a hamstring for Fabinho, a knee issue for Van Dijk, and of course the Achilles for Thiago. All of them out there from the start, though, in the Champions League final, as predicted by the manager. Good header by Canate. Won well by Mane. Salah to take on Mendy. Here's Henderson. Fabinho. Thiago placed the ball out towards Alexander-Arnold, well forward here from right back. Henderson with the first time ball, and into the arms of Thibaut Courtois.
It was the right type of ball, wasn't it? Just didn't execute it properly. Ripping it in from the angle.
Carvajal keeps it in. Casemiro helps it on, but only gives it back to Liverpool, although Canate couldn't keep it. Swept on now towards Vinicius. It's a challenge that Trent Alexander-Arnold had to win, and a ball that he had to intercept for Liverpool.
He got there in the end, but he was obviously on the outside, and if the ball had been correct and weighted correctly, I think Vinicius was in, but Alexander-Arnold just got there, didn't he? Vitally.
Salah to go at Mendy. Got a bit of help over there from Toni Kroos as well, the French left back. Swept on by Benzema to Carvajal. Here's Valverde. Toni Kroos. Seem happy to keep the ball in situations like this, Steve, don't they, Real Madrid, rather than trying to test Liverpool's defence a great deal.
Yeah, they're not taking many chances at all, are they? Haven't played the ball forward a lot, just gone sideways, and eventually backwards.
They have been a team throughout this Champions League run this season that change when they make substitutions in the second half. When they bring on the likes of Camavinga and Rodrigo, Glad, it does make them a different team in terms of the dynamic of it.
They've got more energy in the last 20 minutes. They're a dangerous side then. I mean, these are the experienced players out there at the moment, particularly in the midfield with Cruz and Modric, but they keep giving that ball away. They're not at their best, Real Madrid. This is a spell where Liverpool have got to dictate and get a goal.
Benzema's got Vinicius ahead of him. There aren't too many more in white up there. Vinicius made a decent run, but Van Dijk had read it well, as you'd expect him to in a situation like that.
What I would say about going back to your substitution shout, they've got to fit again Eden Hazard on the bench, who's played in the last few games, made cameo appearances for Real Madrid at the end of the season, and he looks fit and well. He looked sharp the other day in training. If he can get back to anything like the form he had at Chelsea, I mean, he could be brilliant off the bench as well. So lots of choices there on both sides of the benches.
You wonder whether that's going to be the game plan for Carlo Ancelotti tonight, to try and keep it tight until the second half, and then hope that the substitutions can pay off the way they have done in various games during the run to the final. Liverpool have had the better of it so far, though, in the first half, with 12.5 minutes to play until half-time. Luis Diaz challenged by Dani Carvajal. It breaks here for Sadio Mane, and it's going to come back now for the challenge on the Liverpool player, Luis Diaz. The French referee seeing if there was an advantage, but didn't find one.
Yeah, Carvajal just comes through the back there, but Liverpool have done well. They've forced Real Madrid to play balls long, but not only has the ball gone long, they've got onto the second ball. They've always won possession from the header.
Space in central midfield here for Fabinho. Goes Kanata. It's a lovely run, the kind of thing we see Matip do from that central defensive position for Liverpool. Whipped in, Salah's header straight at Courtois, and we've said that a few times in the first half, straight at Courtois.
Yeah, frees a pair, he just walks off Militao, but perfectly placed. Couldn't have put it any better into Thibaut Courtois' hands.
Pressure coming on Courtois from Mane, but he's able to get the ball out towards Mendy. Gets it onto Vinicius. There's Toni Kroos.
Look at them, attempts, target.
Significantly though, Steve, still 0-0.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I don't think Real Madrid will be too worried about that. At the moment, they've done it in the past in this knockout scenario. They've done it to every club so far, and that's when they're at their most threatening in many ways, when they're looking to counter. And Vinicius hasn't tracked back hardly once, has he? Just keeps staying out on that left-hand side, trying to get the ball out to him as quick as they can.
Liverpool bidding for a treble tonight for the first time since 2001, when they won both domestic cups and the UEFA Cup. And for all of Real Madrid's success, if they win tonight, it'll complete a double of La Liga and the European Cup or Champions League for just the fourth time in club history. They've not tended to tie those two trophies together very often, which might surprise you. Here's Karim Benzema. Vinicius Junior to take on Canate. Good defended by Henderson. It's a corner for Real Madrid, the first time they've threatened in there for a while.
Yeah, it was very cute. Vinicius Junior nutmegs Canate. Henderson's back. Quick one, quick corner.
Cross whipped in by Benzema. Header comes in from Thiago, and then Alisson nice and smart to get a hold of the ball for Liverpool, and he wants to get it forward quickly because he'd spotted Luis Diaz in space. Real Madrid are going to concede the free kick here for the challenge by Carvajal.
Yeah, and he was always going to create that foul. When anybody breaks the term of falta, it means foul them, and that's what was going to happen. He wasn't going to let him get away with it. Bring him down, avoid a yellow card, but that's his last chance, I think.
It was a lovely pass from Alisson. The volley was beautifully weighted, but yeah, he was always going to bring him down because they're on the counter, weren't they, Liverpool?
Robertson goes square here to Henderson. Van Dijk and Canate are in there. It's aimed now towards Robertson coming in. Diaz for Liverpool. Now Thiago. And all the way back then to Alisson. I wouldn't say the free kick worked particularly well, would you?
It wasn't a great free kick at all, was there? The big men went forwards, and in the end they weren't defensively in the shape.
They went quite deep again, Macra, with it from wide free kicks.
Ancelotti
did that for Everton. When he was at Everton, he has them going in there deep and shutting down that space where you actually want to whip it round the back of you. So, not sure Liverpool quite know what to do with it.
Darkness has descended on the Stade de France here in Paris. It's been a lovely warm day. Pitch is holding up well. Liverpool in this first half have done everything bar score. Canate's given it away though to Vinicius. Benzema challenged over there by Alexander-Arnold. Benzema back to Toni Kroos. There's Carvajal. The fizz one in. I think the target was actually Casemiro, who was behind Valverde. It seemed to come at him at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Excellent run by Diaz, good defending though by Carvajal. Still retains his speed and the composure to play the ball back to his goalkeeper.
Now, it's brilliant defending, but also you see Valverde as well. He's made up 60 yards to get back and help him, and it's something they've obviously spoken about. And Diaz gets the ball.
I must say, Glenn, Canate started off fantastically alongside Van Dijk.
He's been absolutely brilliant. I mean, he's aggressive going for his headers, he's aggressive in the tackle, and the use of the ball. That chance for Salah's head a minute ago was all the creation from Canate. Brilliant tonight so far.
It's Fabinho. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Henderson tried to return the ball to Fabinho. Liverpool able to keep it. Now Salah. Fabinho's gone into the box to join Mane. Don't forget, we've got Fight Night live on Saturday the 11th of June. It starts at 7 o'clock and it includes Trevor Bryan against Daniel Dubois and UFC 275 on Saturday the 11th of June as well. And it goes from Robertson to Mane. Good defending by Militao. It's going to be a corner to Liverpool. Militao, not sure whether he's unhappy with Mane or just celebrating the challenge, but Liverpool are going to get the corner and Robertson has the chance to put a good ball in.
They were pinned in deep, weren't they? Real Madrid defence got pinned in at the 6-yard box, and they'll pay the price if they have to defend that deep.
This is an opportunity now, isn't it? Canate, we've seen him score goals in this competition, particularly against Benfica. Virgil's there.
Both of them with 3 each this season. Robertson sends it in, Benzema heads it away. Henderson hits it with power, a lot of power, but wide of the Real Madrid goal.
Half catch hold of it, doesn't he? Straight as a die. It's wide though.
It's lovely technique actually, kept it down, didn't he? Got the power behind it. This is where I think they're playing into Liverpool's hands here. They're having to go long and they're stretched. Look how stretched every white shirt. 20, 30 yards from each other. And if Liverpool actually win that second ball like they have been, then they can get it down and play quick.
Real Madrid in this first half have been reliant on trying to get the ball in down their left-hand side towards Vinicius Junior. Ibrahima Konate, up to now, snuffed out the danger every time when Alexander-Arnold pushes on. It's been such a good season for Liverpool. They've lost one of their last 34 games in all competitions, and their 46 wins so far is a new club record. They could play 63 matches when the season started, and this is game number 63 tonight, which equals the tally of the last team to win a treble for them back in 2001. Just on the subject of that 1981 final that Liverpool won in Paris, brings back memories of the late great Ray Clemence and Ray Kennedy, two players who contributed so much that night, who have been in the thoughts of the Liverpool players who played with them in the build-up to this game, Steve.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. There's two great men played the part in this history of this great football club.
David Alaba. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Vinicius Junior to Ferland Mendy. Played on now towards Karim Benzema, who's got in behind them, and he takes it down brilliantly. Benzema still. Alisson didn't get there. In comes Valverde. Benzema! Then the flag goes up. The Real Madrid celebrations come to an end, and Liverpool feel a great sense of relief.
I don't know whether it's the first pass, because Benzema was in acres of space here. Well, that was very tight, wasn't it? So let's see if it's another. He actually loses it a little bit, Benzema there, and then there's just pandemonium. Bounces to him, yeah, I think there's only Andy Robertson behind him. I think he's behind Alisson Becker, isn't he? So he will be offside. This is all okay. You see Alisson starts going out, and I think Benzema gets stuck inside there, and there's only Robertson behind. He needs two. So we'll have a look at it anyway. That's here when it falls from.
The last ball went off.
Yeah, well, that's what they're going to have to look at.
That's going to be a difficult one.
Yeah.
It's a conversation there between the two Frenchmen, both of them from Lyon, by the way, as well. So they're from a familiar part of the world to each other.
Let's have a look. Virgil steps out, it's this one there, and it's who it comes off.
Yeah, he's offside in an offside position
there, yeah.
Oh, that's a tough one, because I think it comes off.
We just have to see if it comes off a Liverpool player. That's all it is. If it comes off a Real Madrid player, it's no goal. If it's off a Liverpool player, it's a goal.
Well, Jérôme Brissard is the VAR tonight. He's got 3 VAR assistants as well. Let's bring in Peter Walton. Peter, they've got to work this one out.
Well, indeed they have. They've got 2 ones here. First of all, the initial ball going through for Benzema, and was he onside? That will be checked. And then, as we've been speaking about, when he scores a goal, is he in offside position? And as you quite rightly say, if it's been played by the Real Madrid forward, then he's offside. If it's played by a Liverpool defender, then he's played onside. And don't forget, a deflection is not a deliberate play. So if it's deflected by a Liverpool defender, then he's offside still.
Thank you, Peter. How long it's taking, Glenn, indicates how tricky it is for the VAR.
Well, it is, yeah. It's a wonderful pass, isn't it? A wonderful run from Benzema, and you think he's missed his chance, and oh dear me, it's a mess up, isn't it, defensively from Liverpool. Lovely little touch there. He comes back in, and you think the danger's gone here. There you think they've got it covered. Oh my word, work that one out, guys. Is that a deflection off Fabinho's knee, or is it been played? That's a tough one. As the ball comes back here, this is the key here. This is the key moment right about here. Comes off Alisson's knee.
It comes off Konate, then off Fabinho's knee, doesn't it?
Yeah. But that's got to be deemed as unintentional.
Yeah. Accidental, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, they are taking the time. There's lots to look at, I know. And we're only getting the same pictures as you. It's different. than in the Premier League.
Karim Benzema is the man under the spotlight as the goal check continues. It's his 142nd game in the Champions League tonight, which breaks his tie with Ryan Giggs and puts him level with Raul in 5th place. If the goal does stand, he'll go 3rd all-time on the competitions list, and there haven't been too many, Steve, in the competition this season that have taken this long to work out.
This is incredible, isn't it?
Well, this is incredible. My personal opinion, if it takes
offside, he's offside.
Takes this long, you can't give the goal.
So Clement Turpin's decision is backed up by Jérôme Brissard, and the Real Madrid goal is ruled out.
Yeah, he's ruled out. I think that's what it was. There we go.
Benzema trying to get in again, and Alisson just able to make the challenge. It's a little flurry by Real Madrid right at the end of a half where Liverpool have had the better chances, and it's just a reminder that when you've got a player like Benzema on the pitch, you're always in a game like this and you are going to generate opportunities for him.
It just, the movement was sensational, and he's done it time and time again in this Champions League, and they've got purveyors of the ball to put that ball in, and that's what you've got to watch against this team, Vinicius and Benzema. Other than that, at the moment, they're finding it hard to get through Liverpool. Strange thing to say, but it's a good half-time for Liverpool. They've dictated a lot of this game, but it's a good time to get down that tunnel at the moment.
He takes up really difficult positions, doesn't he, Benzema, at times?
Well, don't forget, tomorrow we've got Solihull Moors against Chesterfield. That's in the Vanarama National League playoffs from midday, and the promotion final is next Sunday, 2 o'clock, and you can see that on 1HD and Ultimate. Intercepted there by Toni Kroos, and now there might be an opportunity down that side for Vinicius if Benzema can play it. Important header there from Fabinho. Away by Robertson. Casemiro. Vinicius Junior to run at Trent Alexander-Arnold, who didn't give him any space down that side. It's a fair challenge according to the referee. Worked out well there for Liverpool. Given away though now to Kroos. Intercepted by Canate. And there's half-time. Well, Liverpool had the early chances, but Karim Benzema is the man with a scowl on his face at half-time. His goal ruled out for offside after a very lengthy VAR check. Before that, there have been chances for both Mo Salah and for Sadio Mane. And on both occasions, Thibaut Courtois was in fine form. 0-0 at half-time then in the Champions League final.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you, fellas. I mean, on the subject of the way they're going to go about it in terms of changes, Glenn, in the second half, there has been a pattern to what Carlo Ancelotti's done pretty much the whole way. It's Camavinga and Rodrigo at some stage of the second half, often to change a game, whether that's the case tonight if it stays 0-0, but it's worked for them well. It's been a pattern and a system that's got them this far.
Well, very much so, and I think he won't be bothered if they don't concede in the next 10-15 minutes. He'll be happy with that. They know they can't outplay Liverpool. Liverpool are going to have possession of the ball. They're going to press them, but you're right, Flex, and they change the definition of their team. It's an energy, becomes an energy team with a lot of pace, and suddenly you're up against something completely different.
Liverpool, the last team to beat Real Madrid in a Champions League or European Cup final, which was in Paris back in 1981. They've been imperious in finals, the Spaniards, since then. And we'll see what that little flurry at the end of the first half has done for Madrid confidence in terms of them as an attacking team. Here's Benzema, now Valverde, and then back to Eder Militao. What do you think, Steve? Well, that little push at the end of the half by Real when they had the goal disallowed give them a bit more confidence to do a bit more attacking-wise in this half?
You think it would do, and it actually should do, shouldn't it? Because in the first 40 minutes they were disappointing. Didn't really get up the field, didn't have any composure, and they burst into life.
Alexander-Arnold sends a dangerous ball in towards Luis Diaz. It's great defending by Dani Carvajal.
Amazing defending by Dani Carvajal. I don't know whether he was onside. I think he just was, but he gets his body across Dani Carvajal to put him off.
Casemiro then on to the ever-energetic Fede Valverde. And now Vinicius Junior. Liverpool get the numbers across. Henderson and Konate heading in that direction as well, and it was Konate who made the interception. Alexander-Arnold can play the ball away then towards Sadio Mane. There's Thiago, who's had no issues out there despite the concern in the warm-up. He's been moving freely throughout. And he's been on the ball a lot for Liverpool in central midfield. Here's a man that Real Madrid would like to get on the ball a lot more, Modric, in this second half. Vinicius back to Benzema. There's Toni Kroos, Ferland Mendy, Casemiro. Defended over there by Diaz, but Carvajal's well forward.
They're looking down on the pitch as well. They've got 3 substitutions warming up. 3 substitutes, sorry, Madrid. And it is Rodrigo, it is Camavinga, and Danny Ceballos as well. He's at Arsenal, as everybody knows, on loan. They're the 3 down there warming up.
Tended to be a pattern to the players they've come on for as well. It's often been Rodrigo for Valverde and then Camavinga for Toni Kroos. So let's see whether it works that way. Again, Liverpool have got the substitutes warming up as well. Roberto Firmino is one of them, Diogo Jota too. Mo Salah trying to make the run through the middle, and Mendy was back there for Real Madrid. Mane beaten to it by Casemiro. Wins it back though for Liverpool.
Yeah, good strength.
It's a good tackle as well for Real Madrid by Militao, and then Modric there just a fraction ahead of Henderson. There's Casemiro. Doesn't often get that far forward, although he has got a Champions League final goal to his name, what he got in Cardiff. He's got the free kick there for Real Madrid.
Yeah, you see what Trent thought. He was almost falling over Casemiro there. He was already stuttering, and he just tries to get his body across to initiate any sort of contact.
Trent Alexander-Arnold is the youngest player to play in 3 Champions League finals by the age of 23. The man he was in direct competition with there is playing his 4th Champions League final tonight for Real Madrid. Toni Kroos out to Vinicius Junior, right in front of Carlo Ancelotti. Casemiro. Modric. Forward by David Alaba, but through to Alisson. 50th appearance in the Champions League for Liverpool's goalkeeper tonight, and for their captain, Jordan Henderson. Good header by Militao. Mane challenged there by Kroos.
It's got a strange start to this second half. The ball's been handed over. Loss of possession so many times.
Nice ball by Courtois. Should have been controlled by Mendy. Had plenty of time to do it. Carvajal quickly on the scene to put the pressure on Luis Diaz. Fabinho then back to Virgil van Dijk. Konate's played with so much confidence and assurance out there this evening.
He's very cool, isn't he, on the ball? Such a high-octane game.
There's Mo Salah. Teasing one in, which was well read by Courtois. Quickly wants to get Real Madrid moving forward here through Modric and then Benzema. Casemiro. Valverde on the run against Robertson. Two players who won't get tired no matter how long this game goes on for. Valverde's done well. Benzema. Carvajal put himself under pressure. Diaz has trapped him back over there. Thiago was able to get a challenge in as well. Liverpool in the end work it nicely, win it back well, get things under control at the back.
Fabulous play from Diaz there, tracking back. Clever with his little back heel and gets out, and he's now, look, he's high up the pitch. Thiago again just didn't quite hit the pass that he was looking for. A couple of times he's been just out of range. He's normally spot on with those passes.
Casemiro challenging Fabinho. Two Brazilians tend to play alongside each other for the national team in direct competition this evening. Nice ball by Van Dijk to Mane, which has Liverpool on the move, and he in turn plays it on to Luis Diaz. Plenty of white shirts back here for Real. Diaz up against Modric. It's Sadio Mane. It's a really good block by Militao. Alexander-Arnold, and an equally effective block by Casemiro. Here's Henderson. Thiago. Mane onto Alexander-Arnold. They've got a lot back here, Real Madrid now. Thiago looking to switch it out towards Liverpool's right back, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now Jordan Henderson. Alexander-Arnold's cross. Courtois gets a piece of it. Modric does as well. And then Robertson playing it back in, and there's time for Mendy to see it behind.
It's fizzed in, wasn't it? I think it was Thiago that goes across the near post. It is Thiago there. Look, just if he gets any sort of touch on that, he scores. Fizzed the cross there from Alexander-Arnold, and again Courtois does his job.
He's done nothing wrong so far tonight, has he, Steve? Thibaut Courtois.
He's been very assured, hasn't he? Very really good game, very really good season.
Diaz battling over there. And the free kick's gone against Liverpool. He said there, Militao has gone down. It was the landing more than the challenge.
Gone down in front for Liverpool supporters, and they telling them what they think. There's nothing wrong there. There's nothing wrong. He falls on the ball and he falls over them. It's very theatrical, wasn't it, by Militao? There's Carlo and Davide.
Spoke to both of them in the build-up to the match. Is he a chip off the old block, Davide?
Well, he wants to be a manager, that's what he did say. He's learning from one of the best, isn't he, now? Sat alongside his father, he's taken his requisite coaching badges. Still hasn't acquired them all yet, but he will do.
What a man to learn from. Great noise inside the stadium. Clarence Seedorf alongside Fabio Cannavaro. It's like a who's who, isn't it, inside the ground tonight. Eder Militao back on his feet. You wonder what his future's going to look like at Real Madrid with Antonio Rudiger arriving at the club for next season. Carlo Ancelotti, who, regardless of circumstance, always seems to have everything under control.
Cool as you like.
Headed away by Casemiro. Offside flag was up against Real Madrid, so it's brought back here for a free kick to Liverpool. Canate with a nice ball into Henderson. Good play in midfield though by Casemiro, and then by Mendy. Salah plays it down to Fabinho. Mane. Henderson. Salah to Alexander-Arnold, who plays it back into Salah, who gets a couple of goes at it. The Liverpool players are screaming for a handball. Mo Salah in particular, who was closest to it. The French referee uninterested in the appeals.
And he has two, doesn't he? He has two blocks. There is the ball does hit the arm, doesn't it, of Alaba, and you can understand why Salah's claiming it, but not a penalty for me, no way.
No penalty at all, as he smashed it from a couple of yards away.
You've got to say, Real Madrid actually in the second half have got some important blocks in. 2 or 3 real vital blocks when they've been right in on goals, Liverpool.
Dani Carvajal, Casemiro, Luka Modric. Carvajal finds Casemiro into Valverde. Quite an effective passage of play that from Real Madrid. Valverde then drives it in, and they go ahead. Vinicius Junior. The Stade de France erupts with white delight, and Vinicius Junior fires Real Madrid in front in the Champions League final.
Well, they just started to play, didn't they, Real Madrid? They got some possession in that midfield area, and they started to build a little bit, and they end up smashing the ball across the box. Look, just some nice little passes, bit of movement, runners off the ball. Vinicius on this far side. Is he onside? He's just onside. I think it's Alexander that just plays him on by a toe, really. He's not opened his body once there, the fullback. Look, he's got to have a little glance, got to have a look where his winger is, and Vinicius stays over the top of the ball. Makes sure that he covers it. And they've gone 1-0 up. Wow, against the runner play in many ways.
And it is incredibly close, isn't it? They will have a look at it. What you would say is that he finishes it really well, doesn't he, Glenn? That could easily have skied over the bar. It could have gone anywhere. It keeps his eye on it, keeps his body over it. Sticks it in the back of the net.
Well, it's his 22nd goal of what's been an outstanding season, because he makes so many for Karim Benzema as well. He only scored 6 the whole of last season, including 2 in the Champions League against Liverpool. But he's been such an important player on the run to the final. It's the first chance he's had all night, and he arrived on the spot to deliver. And Liverpool, who have been the better team and had the better chances, find themselves behind in the final here. And now it's down to them, Glenn, to respond.
Well, it certainly is, but I think Real Madrid actually have come out this second half with a lot of confidence. They've started to pass the ball through the pitch. First half, they were going too long, but it's now up to Liverpool to keep their heads. They've got so much time on the clock. They've got to do what Real Madrid have done to a lot of teams this season.
Well, one thing you would say, Steve, it's a rare situation that they find themselves in, being ahead in a game like this in the Champions League this season. They've often been the team that's had to come from behind.
Yeah, absolutely. Their leaders, how are they going to play? Are they going to start being a little bit defensive-minded? Are they going to keep on piling forward?
It's the Real Madrid flags that are waving around the Stade de France. The expression of Ancelotti hasn't changed, despite the fact his team have the lead. And now Liverpool need to start turning these promising positions into goals in this final.
And there's still lots of time. You don't need to panic. Just get back on the ball, get composed, start playing through the pitch again like they did in the first half, where they made their best chances.
Here's Van Dijk. Diaz challenged by Dani Carvajal, and in all fairness tonight, the right-back Dani Carvajal has played Luis Diaz really well over there. Yeah, Fabinho's going to get the first card of the night, the yellow card.
Yeah, just a bit of frustration. Fabinho felt as if he was fouled by Vinicius Junior prior But he's been excellent, hasn't he? Fede Valverde shows good pace, wants to run forward. But the assist for the goal.
Concern on the face of the Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp, who might well be assessing his options. He's got players who can change the game on the bench tonight, the likes of Roberto Firmino, Diogo Jota. They've both been out for a warm-up in this second half as well. Intercepted there by Van Dijk. Diaz to Mane, Toni Kroos in there to win it back for the Spaniards, and now Modric. Fede Valverde. Tell you what, Glenn, I never really thought I'd say this about a Real Madrid team. They might not be the most impressive or the most stylish or the most fluent, but they're certainly the grittiest team in the Champions League this season. The way they can stick in matches, and then when the chance comes, they're able to take it. They've been brilliant at it all the way through.
Yeah, and that foundation has come from their goalkeeper's performance. He's made some great saves, not only in this game, but he keeps them alive, he keeps them in the game, and they have that belief. They've got the experience, and they've got that little bit of X-factor up the top there with Benzema and Vinicius. But it's now up to Liverpool. For me, I think I'd like to see Mane go out on that left-hand side and maybe Jota down the middle and see if Mane can come in from there.
Opens up a little bit for Mo Salah, who bends the shot, and Courtois saves another one. Typical position that Salah likes to generate and find himself in, and this time he's denied by Courtois.
Yeah, nice effort, easy enough for Courtois. He's a big goalkeeper, isn't he? You see, gets across quite easy, almost punches it away, the bottom of his fist.
Well, Diogo Jota is stripped and ready for Liverpool. So a striker about to be sent on by Jurgen Klopp, with his team trailing 1-0 in this Champions League final. 26 minutes to play in the Stade de France, and Liverpool have got to find themselves a goal. Fabinho. Salah's got two, Vinicius and Mendy, and he's won the free kick.
Yeah, on Vinicius, wasn't it? Vinicius just leaves his foot in there, clever by Salah. Just that one, catches Salah's left foot. It is a foul, good position.
Well, they're going to make the change at this point as well. Diogo Jota for Luis Diaz, Glenn.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. I'm interested to see. I would like to see Mane go out on that left-hand side and come in from there and make his arrival into the box. He's not so efficient tonight down the central. He's coming back towards his own goal. He's back to play too many times. Let's see if Jota goes down the middle and he just shifts Mane out there. That could be a really good move for Liverpool. They're having a little chat now. He's gone over to him, just telling him where he wants him to go, and we'll have to wait until the free kick's taken and we're in free play to see whether Mane slides out on that left-hand side.
He needs a goal. He hasn't scored in his last 12 matches, so tonight would be a good time to end the run for Diogo Jota. Free kick delivered in by Robertson. It's so often been a Real Madrid head defending it in situations like that tonight. Here's Sadio Mane. It's not a bad ball in either. It's headed away well by Militao. He seems to celebrate every clearance he makes at the moment, Militao. This time they need the goalkeeper, Courtois.
Yeah, Liverpool's delivery from set pieces, the corner in the first half, and even that free kick wasn't great, was it? The big men have gone up, and it's nowhere near reached them. This is the Salah shot, easy enough for Courtois.
Yeah, that ball that was played in, Macca, was a bit hesitant.
Yeah.
When the pressure's on, you know, Robertson just guides it in there. He's got to whip it in there with no fear.
Real Madrid are keeping the ball much better in the second half. The three in midfield, Modric, Kroos and Casemiro, have been a lot more effective, popping it around in there and making it difficult for Liverpool. Here's Salah. That's a foul on Toni Kroos by the Liverpool man.
Yeah, it was a foul. Just grabs Toni Kroos.
He did well, Kroos, didn't he? Just ate up his ground in front of him.
Got in front of him, yeah.
It's not unfamiliar, Glenn, is it, to see the three in midfield for Real doing this in a Champions League final? They've been in so many before.
He's one of the best. One of the best, Claude Makelele, alongside Eric Abidal.
Valverde wins the header. Robertson wins the second one. Off goes Diogo Jota, over goes Eder Militao. It's a corner. Militao is trying to get the free kick, but the French referee gives the decision Liverpool's way.
Yeah, let's have a better corner here.
It's going to be the outswinger from Robertson from that side. He was talking to Michael Owen in the build-up to the match. That's the way that they like to do it. They prefer outswinging corners. That's what it's going to be. The left foot from the left-hand side. It's another Real Madrid header. It's Dani Carvajal this time. Here's Jota. Over went Casemiro. Liverpool get another opportunity.
Yeah, has to miss the first man.
Or at least get somebody running across the front. If it is under hit, you might get the flick on from there. But and Courtois' position's interesting. He's come right out to his 6-yard box already.
Another outswinger from Robertson, deeper this time. Canate was jumping, Fabinho challenging, and away by David Alaba for Real Madrid. Vinicius was battling, Jordan Henderson gets it forward. Here's Salah, Henderson, Jota coming into the far post, and Mo Salah coming in as well, and Courtois sprinting across his goal line to make another save. If they win this tonight, Real Madrid, they've got the goalkeeper to thank for it.
Yeah, another lovely play by Courtois.
Off goes Valverde. Swings it in towards Benzema, but Canate nice and calm back there for Liverpool, assisted by Van Dijk. Thiago. Alexander-Arnold, and now Salah. Looking to get it back again from Mane. It's an important foot in though from Alaba. Good play then from Carvajal, and then Benzema.
I've got to say, every ball tonight that's gone up to Benzema, he secures the ball so well, lays it off beautifully weighted or collects it himself. Great to have a focal point like that.
Alexander-Arnold, too deep for Mane, too deep for anyone in red.
Yeah, Jota's not going in as well at the far post. As soon as he addresses the ball, Trent Alexander-Arnold like that, they have to go. This is the stop from Courtois. He gets across quickly, doesn't he?
Fantastic goalkeeping, Glenn, because he had so much ground to make up from one side to the other, and he only just got there in the nick of time. But that sums up his night tonight.
Yeah,
Courtois.
there was a bit of anxiety in that face coming across, but he got there in the end, didn't he? He's made it with a tackle with his calf, really, but he's been excellent and given them the foundation to get to this lead that they've found they've got. Liverpool started the game well, but now's the vital time. They've got to really play under the cosh a little bit, under pressure, and play with that sort of freedom. It's very difficult when you're one down.
They've just lost that bit of rhythm, Liverpool, and Real Madrid are playing with confidence out there at the moment and keeping the ball impressively. It's nice play by Modric to Vinicius, who's got Canate isolated. It's a test for the young defender. Passes the test with flying colours. Brilliant tackle.
Yeah, brilliant tackle. Got the ball. So strong, isn't he? Vinicius did the right thing, attacking him, going left and going right and trying to get Canate's body turned.
Mane takes on Casemiro, defended it well. Liverpool throwing.
They're digging in deep, aren't they? Real Madrid, every tackle, every 1v1, a block. This is fantastic defending again from Canate. He's been outstanding.
Militao went in and did enough. Modric can then pick up the loose ball. Casemiro to Benzema, and that's a foul by Van Dijk.
Yeah, again, lovely touch from Benzema. Outside the right foot, protects the ball with his body. Always knows he's going to get the foul.
There's 18 minutes to go. Carlo Ancelotti continues to stroll up and down without a care in the world. And his team lead this Champions League final through the goal from Vinicius Junior after 59 minutes. Alisson there for Liverpool. Got to say, Steve, that the teams they've got past to get this far, Paris Saint-Germain, Chelsea and Manchester City, if they beat Liverpool in the final as well, there can't have been any better runs than that to a Champions League success than we've seen from Real Madrid this season.
I totally agree. They've definitely done it the hard way, even going back to Inter Milan, who were they were the Italian champions, wasn't it? They did it the hard way.
Still plenty of time, though, for a Liverpool team who score goals. It's a final that's had late goals in it. Alan Kennedy back in '81 and Gareth Bale scored a late one when they met 4 years ago. Well, Liverpool are going to send on Naby Keita, so he's going to be the second change. He's just getting stripped down below us in the Liverpool dugout, so another change on the way. Excellent tackle by Mendy. Sadio Mane to Jordan Henderson. Modric just had to be careful in there with the Liverpool striker running in. Here's Andy Robertson. That's a nice turnover there by Diogo Jota. Casemiro just able to nick it away.
He's had a great second half, hasn't he, Casemiro?
Here's Henderson, Alexander-Arnold. Through the legs of Mendy, but cleared away by the man you were just talking about, Casemiro. Alexander-Arnold with space and time, and he drills one in, and it just needed a touch. It was Jota trying to reach it, and had he done so, he might well have diverted it past Courtois.
I don't know whether he gets a little touch on it. Yeah, I think he does. He just can't divert it, you're right, too much power on it.
But there you're expecting Alexander to actually hit the target from there. He set it lovely as well.
Naby Keita's ready. Don't forget to join us for Fight Night Live on Saturday the 11th of June. Trevor Bryan against Daniel Dubois is part of that on the same night, UFC 275, and you can see that on 1HD. It's going to be a Real Madrid ball. Moving towards the final 15 minutes of normal time in this Champions League final. That's a foul on Toni Kroos by Sadio Mane. Liverpool have got to dig deep here, Steve.
Yes, they do.
It's going to be a double change. It's going to be Roberto Firmino and Naby Keita, which is no real surprise in the circumstances.
Oh, just be which forward's going to come off. That's what it'll be if that is the case.
Real Madrid have had all the substitutes warming up in this second half. At the moment, it's Marco Asensio and Nacho down there. But Marcelo's had a warm-up. Kroos with the free kick. In towards Casemiro, who didn't go for goal. He tried to square it when he was in behind the Liverpool defence.
Yeah, he should have went for goal, wasn't he? Benzema was way offside. Whether he was onside or offside, we'll have to have a look at it, but he should have just volleyed it at the goal, shouldn't he? Should have been fairly simple for him.
That's the problem. When we see that again, I think he's offside here, Vinicius. When we see that again, Benzema goes 10 yards in offside position.
Yeah.
If it goes over the back of the defence and then it's laid back across, if Casemiro does play him in, he's then deemed on back on side.
There we go, late run from Casemiro.
He makes a pig's ear of it, doesn't he? Comes off his heel. Comes off the back of his
when you see it, when you see it again, he could have just laid it into the path of Vinicius.
Yeah.
So Naby Keita coming on for Jordan Henderson.
Thiago as well.
And yeah, Thiago replaced by Roberto Firmino, so he's gone with another forward.
He's got 4 forwards in there. Naby Keita and Fabinho will have to sit and defend.
Roberto Firmino on, a man who started the finals in 2018 and 2019, a man with 98 goals for Liverpool. And the last two he scored for them were in the quarter-finals against Benfica. So he's a man who has delivered when it matters on a stage like this. And Liverpool have got 13 minutes to find a goal from somewhere. Otherwise, it's going to be number 14 in the Champions League for Real Madrid. Firmino involved for the first time since coming on. Harassed by Alaba. Gets it back again from the other substitute, Keita. It's a good, strong defensive challenge by Alaba, but it works its way here to Mane. And then Alexander-Arnold, who's in and squares it when he might have gone for goal himself. Yeah. And Real Madrid get the bodies in the way again.
It was a great block by Militao, and that's a dive by Vinicius.
And Fabinho wants the yellow card. He's just waved and gesticulated towards the referee for that.
I think he's got a right to as well in many ways.
Here's Firmino, and now Jota. And away by Mendy. Been so good at that tonight, Real Madrid, finding a player in the right place defensively when they've needed one. Firmino hits it. This time, the block made by Dani Carvajal.
All game, Fletch, they've just defended a little bit deeper than they normally would. I think it's because they're playing Liverpool and the offensive power they've got up there, Liverpool, but just back in their own box quite a lot. Look, and their bodies in there.
And off goes Jota, works his way to Firmino, and this time it's Alaba.
He's put it offside, flag up the assistant. But again, brilliant by Alaba. Firmino trying to find Sadio Mane. He just was offside there. And then Militao down yet again.
The referee thinks there's nothing wrong with him, and the way he's jumped back to his feet, I think he might be right.
Yeah, well, he's been excellent, the referee. There's Ronnie.
One of the great number 9s in world football, the great Ronaldo. So Liverpool team, Steve, has scored 147 goals this season, which does give their supporters hope that in the final 10 minutes or so they can find one, but they've got to break down this very, very stubborn Real Madrid defensive performance tonight. Maybe Mo Salah's the man who can do it. Roberto Firmino. Salah coming onto it, deflected, and Courtois gets it round the post with Diogo Jota charging it.
Yeah, good reflexes again.
Van Dijk in for the corner. Konaté's gone in there to join him. Outswinger again, this time from the right, so Alexander-Arnold out to take it for Liverpool. He goes for the flat one, and it was Benzema who was able to block it. Excellent again from Dani Carvajal. Liverpool ball. Well, I'm not sure why he stopped them taking it, the referee. I don't understand that at all. Jurgen Klopp was the first to voice his disapproval down there.
Well, he wants to do it quickly, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, linesman put the flag up, it was a Liverpool ball, it was a quick throw-in, and I don't know why the referees brought it back.
Less than 10 minutes to go. It's the Real Madrid supporters you can hear, and it's Vinicius Junior's goal at the moment that's going to win them the Champions League. Here's Roberto Firmino pulling it back from a good position. Naby Keita, that's a glorious opportunity. He had so much time.
Could have done anything, could have stopped it, could have controlled himself. But he's just hit it with the outside of his right foot and never got anywhere near. What was he thinking?
I think he was trying to hit it with the outside of his foot, but it's come off his instep and gone off his toe, and he knows he's... Oh dear, what an opportunity there. Nobody around him, no pressure on him as well. He's got to at least hit the target there and keep calm. I think he panicked.
The final instructions down below us are being given to Eduardo Camavinga, who's going to have a part to play in the Champions League final, this very impressive teenager. who hasn't been a starter in the Champions League this season, but he's more than played his part in helping Real Madrid to get here tonight. Lovely touch by Salah. Still going, Salah! Courtois again!
What a save!
Fantastic save, and the celebrations and the congratulations from his teammates tell you just how important that is.
I mean, that was brilliant by Salah. Touch, control, smash, and Courtois, like he did late on against Man City, pulled off another brilliant save.
It's been a wonder show by the Real Madrid goalkeeper for 82.5 minutes. In goes the corner, headed away by Valverde. Naby Keita. Firmino. Salah. Canate stayed forward. Salah gets it back again, but the challenge was made successfully by Alaba. Now they've got men over Real Madrid, and the man is Karim Benzema, and he's got Vinicius supporting him, and Alisson comes out and gets there. And it was almost the perfect counter-attack from the Spaniards. Now there's space going the other way for Salah. The Champions League final reaching boiling point in Paris.
It's like a basketball game now.
Carvajal gets his body in the way just in front of Mo Salah and gets it back to the man who has to be the man of the match if Real Madrid win it, Thibaut Courtois.
Oh yeah, that last save was a beaut, wasn't it? This one here, look at this, touch by Salah, another little drag, generates the power with his right foot. Exceptional save from the keeper, strong right arm, just hits him above.
His positional play, positional play is fabulous. It has been all night. He's been in the right position, because you're not entitled from that distance to make that save. You know, it's normally gone by you if you're in the wrong position.
It took him a time to settle, didn't it, at Madrid when he joined them from Chelsea, but the way he's performed tonight has been outstanding.
And I said early on, I spoke to him on Tuesday, he's had an exceptional year. Lovely ball by Modric.
To Vinicius Junior, Camavinga's ready down below us. Time running out for Liverpool, 6 minutes of normal time to go. Here's Benzema.
It's like Rodrigo's going to come on as well. He's stripped.
This is what they do at some stage of the second half in the Champions League. Tonight, though, it's going to be for Valverde, Camavinga.
Well, looks as if he's got a bit of cramp, Freddie Valverde. It's not like him normally.
Played his part though, Steve. It was his driven cross that led to the Vinicius Junior goal.
Yeah, he has certainly played his part.
I think Carlo Ancelotti's considering sending Rodrigo on at the same time here because he's stripped and ready. I think they expected him to be coming on at this point, Rodrigo, but I think he's going to wait. So on comes Eduardo Camavinga, 19 years of age. He's pretty much changed the game in the last 3 rounds of the competition, Glenn, when he's come off the bench.
Well, it's a different scenario for him because they're normally chasing the game. Now he's got to sit in that midfield and keep the ball and make sure that he gets disciplined in his play just to see the game out.
Karim Benzema. Robertson there ahead of Luka Modric, and now Diogo Jota. It's a good tackle by Dani Carvajal. Luka Modric. Carvajal back to Camavinga. Here's Mendy. Dani Ceballos is also ready. In the meantime, here's Vinicius Junior, skips away from Alexander-Arnold, backheels it to Karim Benzema. Alexander-Arnold shuts the door importantly for Liverpool. Little flick by Jota. Sadio Mane, red shirt streaming forward. Liverpool have 4 up in the attack. Mane running at Carvajal, intercepted in there by Casemiro, who's been unpassable in this second half. He's been everywhere defensively.
Intercepted by Casemiro, I think we've said that about 50 times in the second half. That's offside as well.
Well, he wants to put the flag up, he's thinking about it, now he has, and he was offside.
He was offside. The funny thing is, he shouldn't have been offside. He should have just arced his run a little bit more. Brilliant bite. Trent Alexander-Arnold there, Benzema just trying to chip inside him.
So much space out there now, so many tired players after this long, arduous season. The fresh legs of Camavinga win the day against Mane. Liverpool corner.
That's good play from Mane. Goes on the outside. Either gets in or he gains the corner. Now, the set plays have been poor tonight from Liverpool. They decided the first time tonight they've gone for an in-swinger. See if it changes anything.
2.5 minutes for Liverpool to find a goal. Trent Alexander-Arnold out to take the corner. In towards Kanate. He's held everything, Courtois.
Good take under pressure, isn't it? He's deemed to be fouled, but he's had the ball in his hands by the time he was fouled. But he'll slow this game down now. Take his time.
Dani Ceballos is ready. Carlo Ancelotti just behind him. If he wins tonight, Ancelotti is going to have 4 wins in the competition, the European Cup and the Champions League as a coach. He's going to pass Zinedine Zidane and Bob Paisley to top the all-time list. He hasn't won it for 8 years, Carlo Ancelotti, but he's led Real Madrid on this miracle journey in so many ways, a magic carpet ride of so many ups and downs, but they've had all the determination when they've needed it. They've had a bit of a charmed life in the competition too, but they find themselves, Steve, a minute or so plus stoppage time away from winning another one.
Yeah. There's Raul, he knows how to win. Manager of Real Madrid, Castilla, their second team.
Well, this is the end of the night for Luka Modric, and it breaks the sequence because he played in 4 Champions League finals before tonight. He played every minute of all 4, but he's taken off here. Still has all the skill and all the class at the age of 36, and he's still the man that ultimately makes this Real Madrid team tick.
He hasn't been on the ball as much as he'd wanted individually, but he's done a job for his team. There's no doubt about that tonight. Played with his head.
And he could have been his 5th Champions League this evening.
Camavinga's header. Here's Robertson. Naby Keita. Final few seconds of normal time. Time running out for Liverpool. There's going to be 5 minutes added on. Smashed away for Real Madrid by Casemiro. Toni Kroos to Karim Benzema. Ceballos, I think, is onside. He's got players up there with him. He plays it back. And in the end, Liverpool able to get it out. The flag never went up. It might have taken a look at VAR, but he was onside there, Ceballos.
Yeah, he makes a good run, Ceballos, from deep, and Liverpool try and push up again. Just messes it up when he gets into the penalty area. It is a corner for Real Madrid, and they're going to take their time.
You mentioned players tonight winning 5 Champions Leagues, and you mentioned Modric, Benzema, Marcelo and Carvajal are going to join him. This team that's stayed together, the core of it for so long, and been so impressive. And Gareth Bale, who's on the bench, is going to get another one too, Steve.
He'll get another one, yeah. Final game, final match for Real Madrid player, we believe.
Casemiro. Close to Ceballos and then on to Benzema. Camavinga. Well, the final Real Madrid change, we think, tonight, unless they go to extra time. Don't think Carlo Ancelotti will try and sneak any more in. It's going to be the goal scorer who's going to make way. Vinicius Junior
whose name will be up in lights in Madrid if they win it. And he's going to be replaced by Rodrigo, whose goals in the semi-final in particular against Manchester City are the reason why they're here.
Oh, absolutely. His goal against Chelsea from the Modric pass, which got them back into the game, and the two against Manchester City.
Well, don't forget to join us tomorrow, by the way, midday, Vanarama National League playoff at Solihull Moors, Chesterfield, and then the promotion final next Sunday from 2 o'clock. Liverpool trying desperately to find a goal. Swung in by Alexander-Arnold. Up goes Danny Carvajal. Halfway through added time. Jota battling, Ceballos battling equally as hard. Camavinga there too. Liverpool keep the ball. Headed away by Eder Militao.
Nice play, isn't it?
Yeah, Camavinga nice and calm. Toni Kroos picks up the ball. Liverpool concede the foul. Think back to the first half, Glenn, and the chances Liverpool had, but that dominant period where they couldn't make it count.
But they've never regained that rhythm of their play, have they, and dictated the play like they did in that first 35 minutes or so. You've got to give credit to Real Madrid. They've come out in the second half. I think Ancelotti said, look, you're better than what you're showing. Pass the ball. Give it to each other, even if you're marked. In second half, they've passed the ball really well, and they've defended stoutly as well.
Rafa Nadal looking nice and calm, but he's a Real Madrid fan through and through.
Yes, he is.
Nerves for Marcelo.
I think it could be his last time as a Real Madrid player as well.
Well, you wonder what the future's going to hold for Sadio Mane after tonight as well, from a Liverpool perspective, based on what he said in the build-up to the final. You wonder whether the fact that Real Madrid, if they do win it, will bring the Ballon d'Or for Karim Benzema as well.
I think he will, now if they win it.
They're so near, the Real Madrid players, but yet it probably feels so far away. There's still a minute to navigate. Liverpool need to generate one final chance. Naby Keita. Fabinho. Van Dijk's playing centre forward at the moment. It goes in towards him, and Courtois, who saved everything, held everything, clutches the ball for Real Madrid.
Amazing how they've gone so deep. Any cross that was coming in tonight, they've defended it their starting position has been deeper than I've seen any team do it, and they've done it well, and anything behind them, it's just going to come out and get, and it's been brilliant tonight. He's had that security.
Liverpool have to get it forward. And they will get one last opportunity from this free kick.
Oh, they won't.
No, they won't. Full-time whistle. Real Madrid are the European champions for the 14th time, and Liverpool's treble dreams are ended here in Paris. But the team that's defied the odds so many times to get here tonight has found the magic once again. In the Champions League, they were written off against Paris Saint-Germain, on the way out against Chelsea, and seemingly dead and buried against Manchester City. But a team that has this love affair with this competition that's lasted for 67 years has gone and won it again. And it's Vinicius Junior who scored the winning goal, a cross that was driven in by Fede Valverde. Crestfallen look on the face of Virgil van Dijk. But the team in white are celebrating, and when you factor in the teams that Real beat to get here tonight and add this win against Liverpool, it might just be the best run that any team has ever had to win it. There certainly hasn't been a more dramatic journey that I can remember. It's been this magic carpet ride, a season of dramatic wins, heart-stopping comebacks, and now they're going to get to hold the trophy once again. But spare a thought for the Liverpool players who saw the Premier League title snatched away by Manchester City late on Sunday, had their chances here tonight against Real Madrid. We'll end the season with two trophies, the FA Cup and the League Cup, but two big ones have slipped from their grasp.
in the final two matches of what's been an outstanding season for them.
Yeah, an outstanding season for Liverpool, but the two big ones have slipped in the last 6-7 days, haven't they? And Madrid do what Madrid always do in this competition. They get there, and when they get to finals, they win them. And I agree with you, I think it's been the greatest success just because of the manner and the style of the team that they've played. You'd say this team this year, this Real Madrid team, is arguably weaker than the Real Madrid team of last year, yet they have got to a final and they've lifted it, and they've gone to number 14 on that famous white shirt of theirs.
Glenn, we've been able to share this journey with Real Madrid all the way through. Every time we've said it can't get any more remarkable than it's just got. It's been some journey to get here and win it. When they've gone through what they've gone through to do it, it's astonishing, really. It
is astonishing, and a lot is down to that man there, Ancelotti, the calmness and the way he picks his substitutions right the way through all the games we've seen him play. I think tonight I was impressed with their second half performance. They were rattled for 40 minutes. They had 5 minutes just before the first half, and that's all it was. And at the end of the day, they owe their goalkeeper, really, for winning this trophy.
Thibaut Courtois, outstanding. Vinicius Junior with the winning goal. Benzema's been outstanding all season, and Carlo Ancelotti is celebrating another win in this competition that he loves so much. It's Real Madrid's night. It's finished. Liverpool 0, Real Madrid 1. And rejoin us, Jake, shortly when Karim Benzema steps forward to raise the Champions League trophy. So it's time for the champions. Here come Real Madrid, 5 in a row in the 50s, the very first here in Paris in 1956. Wonderful embrace there between Florentino Perez and Carlo Ancelotti. 3 in a row with Ronaldo more recently, and now 14 in all for the greatest club side of them all, but I don't think any have been as dramatic as this one. He's got the medal around his neck. Carlo Ancelotti, a record breaker himself. There's a big smile there on the face of Casemiro. So many players who gave heroic performances, particularly in the second half, with a defensive effort that they should be applauded for.
Yes, very much so. They were defensively very strong, very organised. A team that concedes goals was strong today and didn't concede goals. Militao had a really good game. I thought Alaba was excellent. Casemiro in front of him, and Courtois, of course, behind them.
Courtois has just received his medal, and nobody down there deserves one more than him.
Outstanding, absolutely outstanding. World-class saves, assured anything that he come for, crossing-wise, from set plays, he was assured. But I think what impressed me with Real Madrid today is the way they turned their performance around. They were out of it for 40 minutes. They found it hard to get the ball down and play their normal game. And yet, second half, that's very tough to come out in such a big game and turn it, because they played better. They looked like a threat in the second half.
Well, just out of picture, the Liverpool squad have all stayed out there to watch this and show the respect to the team that beat them tonight, which should be applauded. It's not all the time that we see that. There's the very talented Eduardo Camavinga, who's had quite an impact on this Real Madrid team this season, as has Rodrigo, whose semi-final goals were instrumental. And there's the man who's won it for them tonight, Vinicius Junior. And all of a sudden, he's a superstar in Madrid still.
Real standout year from him. Went away in the summer, worked hard, come back and had a real breakthrough year. Outstanding. Saw Eden Hazard, the medal around his neck there, and Marcelo at the end's going to be waiting.
You wonder whether it's going to be his final time, final game, final moment like this in the white of Real Madrid. No players won more trophies in the history of the club than Marcelo. There's Karim Benzema, whose 44 goals have helped Real Madrid win the Spanish League, the Champions League, and it should win him the Ballon d'Or as well. He's been outstanding. And finally Marcelo, who can't believe it. So here's the moment. The big silver trophy handed to Marcelo, who's dreamed about this moment. He might be waving goodbye to Real Madrid, and he might be taking the Champions League trophy with him. He wants the crowd inside the stadium to raise the roof, because he's about to raise the greatest trophy in club football. He joins the rest of his teammates. The Champions League trophy's heading back to Madrid. back to its spiritual home. The champions of Spain are the champions of Europe. It's 14 and counting for Real Madrid.
As the fireworks light up the night sky here in Paris, it's an evening that belongs to Real Madrid. They've done it again. They've done it for a 14th time. Not just more than anyone else, it's double anybody else. You can't touch him when it comes to wins in this competition. You can't touch Real Madrid.